As we always do, we have several files, and when Holly's with us, a difficulty choosing our recipient, but she has a story she'd like to share with us today.
Yes, guys, another sad one. This is Anthony, and the person nominating him, this is what she had to share. Having a vehicle would allow Anthony to utilize his time in getting to and from appointments, KCVA, and employment more efficiently. He has made significant progress toward his goals while in the VA homeless program. He's helped other residents by moving furniture without any compensation from storage to their new apartment. He's looked after his roommate that has medical issues and assisted him many times when there was a medical crisis. Anthony is always pleasant, willing to help others, and very focused on his goals. He would make very good use if a vehicle is selected for him. His exact words that'll just make you realize how appreciative he would be. I love this guy because he wants to help everyone when he's the one that needs the help, but he just wants to give help everywhere. He said this would help him in terms of self-esteem and having the ability to make his own way and not be dependent on others. He'd be able to get back and forth to work and appointments easier. It would also help him to help his older sister who has physical disabilities. He would be able to give back, taking other veterans to meetings and appointments. So here, he needs to get to the doctor. He needs to get to work. He's currently riding a bus. He's been without a car for 2 years. But when we talk to him, all he wants to do is help other people with his vehicle.
Wow.
How you doing this morning? This is Terry.
Good morning, Terry. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
Good. I was telling him a little bit about your story that you've been without a car now for a couple of years, is it?
Yes, sir. Almost 3.
And you've been taking the shoe bus or riding the city bus.
Yes, sir.
Well, how's that working for you?
Well, it's working. I'm doing what I have to do, but a car would make things easier, and I'd be able to be a little more helpful to my family, things like that.
Sure. And I guess you're working a couple different things. You work at the VA and for,
yes, sir.
And for AARP or something, or was it the Salvation Army?
It's the VA. It's a work program heading me into full-time employment, but also I'm in recovery, and so getting back and forth for meetings, and a car would help me be able to help other guys do the same.
Well, that's admirable. How long you been in recovery?
Well, it's been a couple of years, but I had a setback. I've been in recovery now, totally clean for going on 90 days. Not proud of having fallen back, but I'm grateful that God gave me an opportunity to start over.
Well, we appreciate your honesty. A lot of people wouldn't even bring it up, but I know you're trying hard.
Yes, sir.
Who helped you put an application in?
Actually, my caseworker. I am at Benil Hall in their emergency housing program. That's part of what I'm doing, is just starting over in life and being here. My caseworker, she really feels I'm working a good program, and she decided to recommend me for Cars for Heroes.
She had a lot of really nice things to say about you.
Wow. Well, I'm grateful for that. And she's a really good lady.
Well, here's what I want you to do today.
Yes, sir.
Is I want you to call her up and tell her thank you for putting in the application, because we've decided we're going to give you a car.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you guys so much.
You're more than
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're very deserving.
I appreciate it so much.
Alex,
thank God.
On behalf of all of the listeners to the Slacker Morning Show and 101 The Fox in general, we want to say thank you for your service, and we know that this is going to make a big difference in your life. If you could hang on, we need to get a few bits of information to you.
Yes, sir.
Wow. There you go. That is, always there's appreciation, some not as maybe animated, but he is definitely a guy who, as Holly mentioned in the beginning, was really interested in using this opportunity to help others. When something helps him and helping others, it's a win-win for everybody.
I always little things that I pick up, but he was in his treatment for 2 years, and usually a guy would say, I've been clean and sober for 2 years, but for him to say, well, I had a slip up about 90 days ago, but I'm working on it. This is a guy he's gonna beat it one way or the other, but just the fact that he would admit it, he's got to be working awful hard in those treatment programs.
Well, and continued prayers and support for Anthony through his recovery. As anybody that has been in recovery knows, it's not it doesn't end. It's a forever, and so we continue to support and hope that he will continue that path.
Absolutely.
Santa, and we mentioned this a lot, but we couldn't do it without our great sponsors. And for those of you this morning would like to help out, Alex, how can they do that?
They can go to our website, cars4heroes.org, where there's a link to apply for a car or nominate someone. And also, there's a link to donate your car, boat, truck, SUV, lawnmower, bicycle. I mean,
don't start that. We'll get a lawnmower.
I mean, just anything that can be put towards getting someone a car that truly needs it.